show 390. We are rolling. I'm the host of Fans of Patrol. My name is Montego. With me is my dynamite, full of joy and glee co-host, Miss Tifflebot. Say good hello to the people, Tiff.
Say goodbye to the people? Yeah, I would love to. Honestly, I'd like to take a nap right now, even though it's 10, not even 11 o'clock. Anyway, hey.
God damn it. Look, we got a guest, as you YouTubers can see, man. We got a guest. He hasn't been on a show in a long time, but, man, I had to get his ass back on the show. Something good came out, and we were reviewing something dope, and so we brought Big Ken. No. I'm going to start that over. Big Ken.
Hey. Hey, what's up, everybody? Glad to be back on television, or YouTube, I should say, for the first time. But nonetheless,
This your first YouTube?
this is my first YouTube.
This
Top of that chair? Check
yeah,
that out.
Papa,
Too.
that chair. Yeah, Papa.
Is this baby's first YouTube?
I got that Google. Yes. Yes.
Well, check that out.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's been a long time. Pre-pandemic, I think that was the last time I was on here. So I've been chomping to get back. So I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I shut down all the goddamn guests, Tiff. When it, when it was like pandemic time, I was like, "You ain't coming over here. You ain't coming over here. You ain't coming over here. Stay your ass at home. You better get."
Montego looking out behind from the blinds.
You're not getting in, dude.
Right.
You put this Lysol in your mouth, like.
Well, you know what? Actually, if I could.
No shit. Yeah,
Wow.
you take Trump's advice.
Oh,
Well, I
Maybe
mean,
we can
I'm not saying it works.
Right.
I'm saying if indeed it did. I
Gotcha.
would probably be willing to do that. I've inhaled Lysol before, and it's not great, but it's what you know what I mean.
The
You
opinion.
spray it in the air, then you breathe in, and you're like. But
The opinions and antics of Tifflebot does not reflect on the opinions and antics.
you know what? Everybody do whatever. Sniff on it. Whatever. I don't give a shit.
So how you been, Ken?
I've been good. Just like everybody else, just making my way through life and things of that nature. Always up on different things going on, with Fans of Patrol and just in general, nerdy stuff, as you guys like to talk about. So, like I said, just happy to be here to lend my voice, to some of the different things that we're going to talk about today.
And Tiff, what a smooth, sultry
I know.
voice of molasses is just in there. It's just damn.
The 808 is kicking. Yes.
Oh Jesus! So we got a pretty decent show, man. We got a dynamite show. We went to the movies, all of us, and we watched Thor, Love and Thunder. Been waiting for this one for a while, and Taika Waititi, you put his name on anything, and we're salivating. At least me and Tiff is. We like, what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now? We can't wait to see. Although I did watch that pirate show, and it's just, it's not that.
Oh, see, now I've not seen it, but that's not what I've heard.
Yeah, it's just okay to me. I mean,
I'll probably watch it. That's
entertaining, but it's
right
not
up my
like,
alley, I think. But I have a TV fear of commitment to TV.
Yeah, I was expecting What We Do in the Shadows, and I got about half that.
What We Do in the Shadows
Coming
coming out.
I know it's coming out. It's coming out.
I got to check that out.
One of my favorite shows.
Recommended.
Holy
Highly
shit.
recommended.
Okay.
Highly.
So
oh
good.
my God. I sometimes feel like when we talk about it on the show, it's bad news because we're like, I love it. And then you're like, I love it. And then I'm like, I love it.
I know. right. Everybody just.
It was like, shut the fuck up.
Just grab the jizz and get rid of it. yeah, it's a problem sometimes, right?
Yeah.
What are we talking about, man? Hey, so we finally got a chance to look at that Munster stuff, so we're going to talk about that. Jamie Foxx has something that actually looks a little surprising to me. We're going to talk about that. We are going to do a Price of Tomatoes, me against Ken, so we're going to see how that works out. Tiff is going to host. We got a trifecta up in here. And that's going to be it after Love and Thunder, man. So we're going to take a break, and I just, want you guys ready to roll on this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fucking yeah.
Let's go. All right, man, we are back. It's time to get it on, man. Before we do, Tiff, tell the people where they can get us on other platforms.
So you can go to fansonpatrol.com. That's our website. And we have an email there, which is fans@fansonpatrol.com. Or you can get to us on social media, which is @fansonpatrol on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. There's a TikTok in limbo, I guess, which is Fans on Patrol 0, the number 0.
It ain't in limbo. What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm sorry. YouTube. Of course, please subscribe. Check out our Patreon, and then listen on your favorite listening one.
Yes. So, man, it's time to get it on. And the first thing we want to talk about is, we mentioned a few weeks ago, Tiff, if you remember, we were talking about the Munsters.
I do remember.
Rob Zombie is redoing the Munsters, and I was like, oh, shit, what are they going to be killing each other and stuff like that? And the article, gave us the indication that no, it's the Munsters, the one you know and love. So a trailer dropped. So, Ken, I got to get used to this new, something is mentioned, and 2 weeks later there's a trailer, and another 2 weeks it's the whole damn movie, because it's not the way it used to be. So they dropped this trailer. It looks like the Munsters. They even had the old music in it and stuff like that. But it's a little different because it's like what is his name? Is it Henry Munster? Henry Munster, yeah. Just meeting the love of his life.
Yeah, it's the beginning. Like it's kind of like what I guess maybe a prequel.
Yeah, no Eddie Munster.
Yeah, no Eddie Munster. Sure. But here's the thing: if we're lucky, everybody,
it'll never
maybe an Eddie Munster. No, I'm. I guess we should talk about it, right?
Right. Oh, well, let's talk about it.
Oh, it's my show notes. So me first.
Yeah.
Sorry, guest. Sorry, Montego.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
it.
That's quite all right. Go ahead.
I do what I want over here. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I watched this trailer once and I was like, yuck. And then I watched it again and I was like, okay.
Yeah, it changed.
Yeah, I had because I think like you said, honestly, I'm not sure, but I think in my heart I kind of hoped it would be like a little bit less goofy, because like I was never super into the Munsters. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that I didn't like it. Like, if I watched it I was like, yeah, it's fine, but I wasn't like, I didn't watch all the episodes, like, but I had watched all the episodes or more of like other older shows. Yeah, Addams Family, something like that, you know what I mean? Like so I don't have a particular attachment to it, but what I'm saying is when I watched it again, I was like, I think maybe I had accepted the fact that it was going to be like that.
Yeah,
and then I found it kind of really charming.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. Ken, what did you think, man?
Yeah. Similar to Tiff. Yeah, I thought it was, I'm like you, they dropping these trailers and, different things popping up, super fast like this. I mean, I kind of like it, at least you're not waiting 6 months to a year. But I was a big Munsters fan when I was growing up.
See,
so.
Tiff? See?
Yeah. So
what do you mean? See?
I told you, I was like, the Munsters was a shit. To hell with the Addams Family.
Yeah, I used to. Yeah, I preferred the Munsters over the Addams Family. Yeah, quite honestly,
I can see why you would. Maybe I should go back and watch it. But I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah, that's okay. No, but the trailer itself, I mean, it from a nostalgic standpoint, I mean, I started thinking back immediately to watching some of the old stuff. So a lot of what I've seen, and I didn't realize it's a prequel, because I was wondering where are the kids at and everything, or Eddie.
Oh, I just assumed because there was no Eddie that was a prequel.
Yeah. So
and no Marilyn, who was supposed to be the hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
the regular,
Marilyn,
right?
The blonde.
Who was supposed to be the shame of the family.
Right. You know what? I like that.
Yeah, but I'm just interested to see how Rob Zombie. I'm a fan, so I'm just interested to see how. Yeah. Some of the stuff he's, some of the stuff is just crazy and zany and stuff like that. So, just kind of interested to see how this all, how it all turns out.
Yeah, man, I saw this thing and I was like, this effing sucks. But I have to say that I'm kind of like Tiff. I was watching over Ken's shoulder as he was watching it. I was like, it might not be too bad. It might, I might need to just chill, because it went so hard, Munsters. And I was like, well, what else the F do you want, right?
Yeah.
That's how it was. Like, Herman was a big damn goofball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never got the sense that Grandpa didn't like Herman, but he did call him stupid and dumb all the time. So maybe it was something I missed as a kid. He was always like, you get on my neck, Herman. And you're like, oh shit, does he like him? Does he? But they were always hanging together doing shit. And the mama was hot. You know, I don't know if I go back and look at it now that I would say, oh, she was hot. No, I was always like, God damn, she fine with her evil looking ass, you know. So, you know, I want to see this, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I did when I first heard it, I was like, yay, no, yay. And then like literally when I saw the trailer yesterday, I was just like you, Tiff. I was like, nah. But watching it over his shoulder, I'm like, I think I want to, you know, go, maybe I want to do a little funny there, you know?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the thing was that when I was watching it for a second time, so you know how you said, oh, I was wondered, you didn't wonder, be like, oh, maybe he doesn't like him, right?
Yeah.
I like that Rob Zombie has taken
Took to the next step.
Well, no, he was like, you know, because when you watch stuff, that's always been a very popular thing. You know, like it's not fan fiction for lack of a better term, but you're like, oh, sometimes you're like, well, why would he hate him? And maybe sometimes you kind of make up your own, unknowingly make up your own kind of story about why.
Oh, he hates him.
So he's you know, yeah, I don't know what that was. Horrible. So so he's like kind of telling this prequel story. I'm assuming what's going to happen is it leads up to them having like one of those begrudging friendships, like a father-in-law story.
That's how it was in the show, but you didn't know why. You never knew why. It was like,
this is the why.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, so that's okay.
I like that, and I honestly that's the second time I watched it. I was like, everyone seems genuinely interested in this project. It has like a vision.
Nobody was mailing it in. I agree with you.
Right. Yeah. So like, and I when I see something that you can tell there was a lot of passion behind or like really intentful work, even if it's not to my taste, I sometimes am like, I kind of enjoy that vibe that I'm going to get. Maybe if I go to the theater and everyone's like really like, I think that this could potentially be a similar theater experience that I had to The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Don't mention that masterpiece.
No. Not in comparison of quality of film necessarily, which I don't know because I've never seen the Munsters. But in terms of like, I think the people who would go to this Munsters movie would be very intentionally going to this movie.
Yeah.
And therefore my experience in the theater would probably be really nice. I feel like because people would be like enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, I just need I need to have Herman's laugh. I used to love hearing him
laugh.
I need that.
So I do remember that.
Yeah, I need
that. I just wonder, most of the Munster fans are my age because we were kids watching reruns of an old black and white show.
Right.
So I just wonder how much touch that it actually have that it's gonna make money. I think the biggest draw that's probably gonna have is probably Rob Zombie. Fortunately, unfortunately, because you know, young kids aren't gonna know what the hell this is. My kids didn't watch that. They watched some reruns, you know, and I was watching old ass reruns.
Right.
Interesting. So, thumbs up for Rob Zombie. I think all the way around for this one. That's unusual. We got to try.
Yeah, I love unusual shit.
There we go.
Unusual shit.
Right.
So what else we got, Tiff? I started your notes and shit. This is your.
I know you didn't even say these are Tiff's
notes, right?
And that pissed me off.
Maybe
so
because
that's
I
why
like
I said these are. Wow. You guys, I think that, you know, you weren't privy to the off-air conversations, but potentially one of us will end up dead before the end of this episode.
I love my Tiffa bot. I love the bot. Get out of here.
You're like, ooh, these, I didn't say them because, you know, they were as good as mine. Jesus, I've lost my train of thought. Fuck you.
The next thing, Jamie Foxx.
So I was gonna say I kind of inadvertently made this like Halloween in July because they're two kind of like Halloween type things.
Yeah.
But I guess like last week I kind of maybe I'm always trying to make it Halloween because I do when they're my show notes.
This is Halloween.
This is Halloween. There's like the Wednesday trailer.
Right.
The Hocus Pocus stuff. Yeah. Things about, you know, like horror movies. Anyway, whatever. So I threw this in here mostly because it was the most interesting news. I picked it before I read it because it was like the most interesting news I saw like when I was scrolling through.
I had saw this too and was like, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was like, that's interesting. I saw Snoop Dogg and Jamie Foxx and I was kind of like, what the hell is that? I'm not sure, you know. And I kept it moving. So you know.
So this is Day Shift. It's a trailer for a Netflix movie, which, you know,
it's great. It's great.
It's 50-50 on whether it'll be good, is what I'm saying.
Oh, the last Jamie Foxx project on Netflix was dope as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah, that
I
was.
Oh,
just
yeah,
have to
that's
say,
true. That was a good movie. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't disagree
the
with you.
power pill or power or some
Power,
shit like that.
power. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun. I liked watching that. I'm not saying comparatively to other Jamie Foxx movies, but I will say that on the channel there have been other stars like what's his nuts? Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds, and some of his stuff's better than other stuff on there.
So far, Mamma Mia, mwah, I've liked all this shit. What
Oh,
about you, Ken?
you like no fuck you before Ken because I know Ken will have a great opinion. You liked Red Notice or
No.
whatever that fucking movie is called?
No,
Fuck you.
no, you're right. I did not like Red Notice. I destroyed it on this show. I did not like Red
Was that
Notice.
the one with the Rock?
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
It was- the only
Yeah.
thing, the best thing about it, and it's not putting her down, Gal Gadot beat ass in that role, but she was like the only thing that was worth even watching, you know.
Mhm.
And it sounds funny because you'll be like, oh, if she was doing good, it must suck. No, she did really well. The rest of it, it did suck. But I did love Six Underground, and I did like the time travel thing.
So I said like 50-50, you know what I mean? Could be
All right.
good, could be
All right.
crap.
All right.
Sorry, Ken, I didn't mean to like talk all over you,
Okay.
but somebody was being a fibber. So please, Ken, let us know.
Right. You ain't like everything, motherfucker. Your ass hated that damn movie.
Let me check my notes. You said on.
Oh wow. No, but you know, the first thing that I thought of, I guess, when I saw.
Wait
the
a
trailer-
minute. I'm sorry to interrupt.
I'm
It's
sorry.
called Day Shift.
Day Shift.
Okay.
Day shift.
Day Shift. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Kim.
No, but it made me think of I don't know, because of course one of the things they have to advertise and make it appealing is like from the creators of
John Wick.
John Wick.
Okay.
So I was
I'm
thinking,
in.
Yeah, so I'm like John Wick, in the hood, killing zombies or vampires or whatever.
Vampires.
That's kind of what I thought of. So I'm in. I mean, Jamie Foxx. I mean, he's funny, and I like Dave Franco too. As
I like Dave Franco as well.
Yeah, as he can be. And Snoop Dogg looks
Was
like
that Dave
Snoop-
Franco?
Yeah, that's Dave Franco. Snoop Dogg is being Snoop Dogg. That's the only person that he needs to be and everything. So it looks entertaining. So to Tiff's point, yeah, I'm bringing some positivity.
Yeah.
To this, but I'm interested in seeing it and stuff like that. I mean, action. It looks like it's gonna be bloody and kind of stuff. that's
Yeah,
right
but
up
not
my
like
alley.
it seems like
Not
more
gratuitous.
Is he James
Cartoony?
Franco's brother?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think younger.
Okay, because I don't know this person. Y'all,
Yes, you do. He's first off, he's in the Six Underground. He's the driver.
No. Okay.
So because calling back to your favorite film of all time.
One of my favorite films of all time on Netflix. Shit.
But he's been in many other things, I'm sure, that you would recognize him from. But
Wait, has his brother got his career back after all that stuff? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead. I'm interrupting. I'm changing the subject.
No,
I'm talking
no,
about
no.
harassment and shit. Go.
This-
Let's keep it light.
Let's keep it like this particular movie. I agree with Ken. I think it looks pretty fun. I'm not saying this movie is going to be like dear Oscar nominating board.
No.
This is just like a fun movie where like I will say this is a weird thing to say about a trailer, but this trailer felt a little bit more like when I watched this movie, it might be more funny than the trailer.
It's lighting on.
Which is great. I love that. I love to watch a film that I already kind of thought, well, it'd probably be an enjoyable watch, and then you watch the movie and it's actually more funny. I hate to watch a movie where everything funny happens in the trailer.
That does suck. So as far as I'm concerned with this thing, immediately the way the trailer starts off, I accepted it. I was like, wow, somebody's good at making trailers because you hear Snoop Dogg in movies and you're like.
No, I like him.
You expect, but I don't expect much. I expect Soul Plane when I hear a Snoop Dogg. But the thing with the vampires and shit like that, I like when they do vampires that are not sexy, like Quentin Tarantino. No, not Quentin. Quentin was in the movie, but his buddy Rodriguez did the movie back in the day.
Rodriguez,
Yeah, And I
Dust
like
to
it
Dawn.
when they're not Dust to Dawn. I like it when they're not like, oh, I'm so horny. Give me your blood. I hate that shit.
I like it when they're horny
Yeah.
and when they're scary. And if they're horny and scary, perfect.
Yeah, I prefer the more scary vampires. I don't like all that, just, hey, So anyway, I like that this is some kind of secret like existence of this whole thing going on that we.
Oh,
that's
I thought
right in
I
front
thought
of
you
your
were
face.
continuing about sexy vampires, and I was like, where is this going?
No. I'm
Um,
talking about the way that they got this thing going on that is right in front of your face, but nobody knows. Like
Yeah.
and like they got this like squad out there taking care of vampires. I love shit like that. So
Well, you remember this kind of reminds me of, speaking of Ryan Reynolds, who is apparently your favorite actor.
I don't
Remember
mind
that?
Ryan Reynolds.
I'm gonna keep talking about him and that movie as if it's everything you care about. But was it called the R.I.P.D.?
Yeah, You know what?
I liked that movie.
I think we're the only
Nobody-
people who watch
nobody
that movie,
really
and we're the
talked
only people
about
who
it. I
talk
was
about that movie.
Pretty good.
I
was
love
like,
that.
yeah, like when I was watching, I wasn't mad. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Sometimes
Yeah.
you can rate your movie going experience by like, was I mad while I was watching this? Was I
No,
waiting
dude.
for it to be over?
You were like,
Did I
yeah,
want
it
to turn it
pretty
off.
good. And
You were like, I turned it off, and I was like, all right.
hey, the rest of the nerd world, it was like crickets. You know what I'm saying? It was like
Yeah, I thought
nobody
that was
talked
very
about it.
strange.
Yeah, I thought so too. So all I can say is that the trailer looks great, and there's no risk because I already have a Netflix account. As
Yeah, right.
the most of the world does. So
I'm sorry. Ooh.
let's just watch it and
There's no risk because I already have a Netflix account.
right. I mean,
The greatest sales pitch of all time.
Look.
Who cares? I'm already paying for it.
look, I gotta.
Who knew that Netflix and from its inception to where things are now, streaming, how important that's become now in this day and time. I
Well,
mean,
since
I
we're getting
love it.
serious, Ken,
I'm sorry.
all I can say is that I think I don't know. I remember I had Netflix when they were doing DVDs.
Yeah, right. I did too.
I had it too. I mean, Jesus. I mean, here's the thing. But I wasn't. I had no contemplation of what that could be like. But
No. That's
you'd be
my
like,
point.
I'm
right?
grateful to not leave.
Right.
Have to go to the theater or not the theater, the video store, and they always had stuff you couldn't get.
Right.
Yeah,
at the
and
video
they didn't
store.
charge you more when you kept the shit longer. You know what I'm saying?
Ugh.
You put it in the mail, and then they started doing this streaming thing, and it had like maybe 8 movies on there. But you was like, I'm a little intrigued. And then next thing you know, like it's everything. So
Well, do you remember Red Boxes when those came up?
Yeah.
I
Yep.
never did the red box.
I never
thing.
Well,
did.
I remember when it was kind of around the same time.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Netflix came out, but I remember thinking, "Fuck, I can just
Have
go
sex
down
in
to the
crib.
gas station."
Oh, you were thinking the opposite. Like I don't want to wait for my movies. I can just go.
No, like I just remember I would like not want to have to go to a video store, right? Like, although I do like going to a video store, the video store in like the town that I lived in.
Oh my God, the video store was like going to Disneyland on Friday,
No,
man.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
going to
crazy.
I like going to the video store, but I mean like because they wouldn't always have stuff. You were glad to have like
Do you know what I remember? I
Yeah.
remember being at like Hollywood Blockbuster, and there was another
Yes.
one called Arrows, and people would be like posted up at the front, waiting for people to bring shit back.
Oh, yeah, I
like
remember
literally
those days.
waiting, and I would be
Yes.
like,
The blockbusters, especially.
oh,
Yeah.
they're waiting for the shit to come in.
I
I
will
used to come in and be
say-
like, Superman, you know,
Yeah.
and people would be like, give me the.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember, yeah, you'd be like stalking the Blockbuster employee to like see if they're
Exactly.
putting one back on the shelf. And sometimes you just be like, "Do you have it?" And if you were just stalking them because you were too like, you're not, I don't want to ask, I don't want to look like a loser.
Yeah.
And somebody else was like, "Do you have the English Patient?" And you're like, "Fuck."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I've never actually seen the English Patient.
Hey, listen, times change, but they change so damn fast.
Hell yeah.
You know, it was
Hell
like,
yeah.
You know what's weird to think about is like the sound, the particular sound. And this is gonna sound so crazy of a VHS in a shell hitting the bin.
yeah.
Like it doesn't. That's a different sound. That does it. It's. I mean, you could replicate it, but you know, you don't hear that sound anymore. It's like
Yeah.
Well, you like,
because
What is that?
there was
What
a
is that?
second. There was a secondary because the cassettes were rattling around in there. You know.
Yeah.
all I know is I was happy to see the demise of Hollywood. No, Blockbuster, because those efforts. I was that guy that was getting charged $40 to watch a movie because I wasn't bringing it back on time. You know, and then they would call you. They'd be like, "Hey, Mr. Bradley, you piece of shit, where's our movie?" You know, you'd be like,
somebody wants it now.
right? And they would leave messages all day, and I would bring up back a movie, and I'd be like, $108. I'm like, oh shit, you know. So when they went under, I was kind of like, yeah, you know, they go.
Montego, turn your movies back in on time.
You are making everybody. You were the worst. But also, as a person who's about to tell you this story, I can't judge you because have you ever had a video back then so long that the video store closed before, like you
still had it like a thief.
You were like, and then you realized like having that video and never having paid the fine associated with it was potentially part of the reason that
went under.
That video store was gone. And you had this little shame trophy. I have had to throw. I was like, this has got to go in the garbage. It's clearly cursed.
I would have put that shit on my mantle. It would have been there like
in a trophy case. Yeah.
I killed the beast. Everybody, no, that makes me sad.
Oh, that's great. That's great. The hell with that.
I'm a bury the bunny that you hit with a car. You know what I mean? That's the kind of sentimentality we got.
Look, I'm telling you, they made their money off of Montego Bradley. I'm
not talking about Blockbuster. I'm talking about like. Mr. Movies and those local little guys.
They made their money off of you, and they also went out of business because of you.
Yeah, right. Well, it was a kiss of death. I remember the first movie that I bought that I saw in at a Target. It was like Top Gun. It was like $14.99, and I was like, I got more of that in fees from the last movie I took out. So I was like, I'm not renting no more. I'm just going to start buying them because it's cheaper. Yeah. And so I was that guy that started buying movies like early when they started introducing them for like $19 because I'm telling you, it was always like minimum $40. Minimum $40.
I remember that.
Fees.
Oh, yeah, the fees. Yeah.
I come in and be like, you can't rent nothing else until you pay these fees. Like,
yeah, but I remember when the movies were really expensive to buy too.
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit. Yeah. They'd be like, well, the movie it's damaged. It's $300. And you're like, it's $300 for this copy of this tape.
Yeah,
get out of here.
Get out of that.
Anyway, so man, that's enough of Blockbuster and all that shit.
So we're all good for Day Chef, right?
I think so.
I think it's a potential good all around.
Yeah. I want to see it. Shit, and I didn't.
Montego's seal of approval.
There you go. Which, according to most of the fans, is almost every damn thing. So.
According to me, it's almost everything. Although I did really get on your case today for not liking something, reminding you that you didn't like something. I'm a very, contradictory person.
But you did not. You also too did not like that movie too.
That's correct. No. I just remembered that we agreed.
Yeah, it was shitty, and
yep, it was garbage.
And they talking about making another one. Are you kidding me? No, it sucked. I'm sorry, Dwayne. Not, you're not that charming.
I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson.
On this show, he'll be Dwayne. So anyway, man, we're gonna take our break. We're gonna come back. It's game time, man, and I'm psyched.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. Like the Hulk, man. We'll be right back.
I'm nervous.
We have come back into the jungle, man. It's time for Fight Club. It's a cage match, man. We haven't done this in a while. We actually got physical people here. We got an announcer, and we got two people ready to roll. It's game time on Fans of Patrol, y'all. So this week, Tifflebot is hosting one of our most popular games. Tifflebot, I'm taking away Tifflebot.
Okay, so this is a game we've made called Price of Tomatoes, which we use Price is Right rules for price of tomato ratings.
Indeed.
So if you're not super familiar with Price is Right, like if your mom didn't watch that when you stayed home,
if she thought it was the devil, no, I'm just playing.
Yeah. So what you do is I would give them in this case the title of a movie. They would bid, and whoever guesses the score closest without going over wins the point for the round.
Now
you're not allowed to guess the same number. Yep, you're not allowed to guess the same number. So that, blah, 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 blah. and we rotate so that there's a chance for other people to do like what Montego calls cheating, which is basically like when someone says dollar,
Cheating.
Montego doesn't like that.
Cheater!
Or if Montego guesses like 55 and Ken were to say 56, that would also piss
Cheating!
Montego off. So Montego just doesn't like Price is Right. So since Ken is our guest, I'll let him start.
I just gotta tell you, Tiffany, this cat is full of anxiety right now. I can feel the.
So are you saying that you want Montego to go first? Would that be more of a kindness? Okay,
I'm gonna go from broke.
Okay, I like that. I like to be scared, but maybe that's gonna like propel you. Do you know what I mean? That adrenaline.
Yes.
These are all Norse or Viking or gods stuff.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, and so there are the 4 Thor movies are on here because there's surprisingly few movies that I thought a lot of people would have seen that feature this stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, I bet I'm screwed then.
No, I picked stuff that you guys would at least be familiar with. I wasn't like trying to pull one over on anybody. So, Ken.
Okay.
Your first movie for consideration is the original Thor starring Chris Hemsworth.
I am going to give it, and I'm gonna be. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm just trying to do some stuff in my head here. Marvel really took off after Winter Soldier. That was before Winter Soldier.
It's like Smooth is on the show.
Math.
Okay. I will give it a 75.
Okay. Perfect.
Wow. For the original Thor?
Yes.
Shit.
Maybe it's too high, but anyway.
It's too high.
Montego, what are you going for?
I'm gonna go for 50%.
50%. Okay, well, Ken takes the point.
Whoa!
It is 77%.
Whoa! Check that shit out.
People hate the original Thor. I'm surprised.
But see, I was trying to do some anyway.
The
but
math
okay,
works,
I'll take the
so
point.
I don't know. All right. So now we're gonna. Montego is.
I'm dumbfounded.
He's
I'm
flummoxed. He's flummoxed. The look on his face.
People hate that fucking. I mean, people hate that movie, man. They just do. That's like, wow. Okay.
I know. I do think that the longer we've discussed this, but like kind of, I feel like sometimes the longer you get away from the original release date, it changes things. So your movie that is up for bid, Montego, is Troy. Starring Brad Pitt.
It's probably not that high, even though it's a way better movie. I'm gonna give it a. Ooh, shoot. Let me think. I'm gonna give it a 78.
78. Okay, Ken.
I'm going to go 70.
Look 70. At him. See, he didn't learn all quickly, Tifflebot.
Well, I have news for both of you. It was
over.
54%.
Wow.
Nobody gets a point for that round.
I'm really surprised at that. I remember that movie had a pretty good reception when it came out.
I think it had like a good audience kind of reception, which I know they do on there, but we don't.
But the critical was different, right?
This is a reminder to all listeners and players that Price of Tomatoes is based on the critics' reception.
Yeah.
We should one day play an audience. Reception.
Oh, we should. Next time, that's what we do.
So, all right, Ken, your next movie is The 13th Warrior.
That's my movie. I love that movie.
Antonio Banderas.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh man.
That's my movie.
That's my movie right there, Jay.
65.
65. Montego. Oops. My pencil broke.
Thinking about a critic there.
I'm gonna give it 20%.
20%. Congratulations, Montego. Not only do you love it, but you know it. The critics gave it 33%.
I remember they tanked that sucker. They tanked that. They tanked it. But I was like, how dare ye? I love this movie. Man. But I remember they tanked it.
That's really funny to me.
Shit. I need to become a critic.
I love that movie. I love that movie. That movie is great.
It's a pretty good movie.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Montego, this is your item up for bid. That's what they say on the show. Clash of the Titans.
Oh, wait a minute. Which one?
Yes.
81.
Ooh.
You said the original?
Yeah. I love this movie.
Okay.
I love it with all my heart, but I know it's terrible. But it's a classic. This is difficult. Ooh, shit. That's Harry Hamlin. Oh, shit. I'm going to give it a 37%.
37%. Ken?
Shit. I will give it a 29%.
Oh, Jesus.
9%. Okay, Montego, you take the point there too because it actually was 65%.
What?
Well, that's good,
I was
man.
about to say 39 too. Damn it.
I love that movie. I love that damn movie.
Okay. So we have for you. Oh, crap.
What's the matter? You broke your pen?
No. Here's the thing. I have to delete them as I do them so I don't give you one twice.
Give me one place. That's
So, Ken, yours is Thor Love and Thunder, the movie that we're doing today.
fine. Okay. I am going to give it 84%.
Okay. Montego.
He gave it an 84?
Mm-hmm.
84.
Oh, I thought you were sad. I was like, you can't. I was about to get real mad.
He did an 84?
Yeah.
Yes, 84.
$1.
Damn.
I've heard from a very reputable source that is cheating.
That's a cheat,
man.
man.
But I will see now. Ken is tasting the venom of the viper because
Bullshit.
that he did take the point. It was 68%.
What the fuck is wrong with these? Anyway,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
all right,
Yes,
all
sir.
right. Yeah, and there's some bull. Anyway, hate this damn game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I listen to it when you guys do it. I'm like, oh, nah, I'm always. Anyway, let's roll with it. That's good.
Montego, your movie is Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, shit. Thor Ragnarok, I'm going to give 68%.
68%.
Fresh.
That's not fresh, is it?
Yeah, it's over 50% is fresh,
Oh,
right?
sorry. I don't really know. Ken.
Shit. I'm trying to think as a critic. 76%.
76%. Ken takes the point because that was 93%.
Wow.
What the fuck?
I'm surprised.
What the fuck? This thing's
I'm
I'm sorry.
surprised.
Go ahead.
No.
93%.
For personally, I would give it that. I love Thor
Yeah.
Ragnarok. But, critics. And who the hell are critics?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because we're critics.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Was that it?
Nope. So this one is for who do I start with last time?
Started with me.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So Ken, this one is How to Train Your Dragon. Oh no, I can't do that one. Sorry.
Why not?
I'll tell you after the
Okay,
game is
all
over.
right, okay.
So Ken, yours is Hercules, the animated Disney movie.
Oh, shit.
What year did that come out?
90s something, 97?
Yeah. My kids still watch that movie.
Um,
Come on, brother.
70%.
70%. Montego.
71%.
Oh, what are you doing? You are such an asshole. Yes, you win because it's 84%. What an asshole.
I knew it would be higher, man. I
You
knew.
guys,
See, Montego has played this game like 150 times before me, so he's used to it. So
but you guys, I can't explain to you how horrible this is because before we got on the air, Montego's like, Ken's nervous because we're playing the game and he wants to do well. Then this asshole plays the game in the exact way he tells other people not to do it because he doesn't like it.
look,
What a butthole!
look, it's for the people. It's for the people. So we're competing for the people.
What a butthole! So the last item up for bid, because it was 84%. Sorry, everybody. I just got mad at Montego. Is Thor, the Dark World. I'm sorry, Thor: The Dark World, and that's for Montego to bid on first.
People hated this movie. I'm gonna give it 58%.
Okay.
Oh, that would make it fresh. Shit.
He can't
You already
change it.
said 58%.
You can't change it.
Okay. You're right. I'm like, I want to change.
I'm gonna go with 45.
Yeah, you doing better. Yeah, it's low.
Well, shit. Nope, it's 66.
What?
It wouldn't have mattered anyway because Montego won. I just wanted us to. I forgot that we had the Thor on there, and I couldn't do How to Train Your Dragon, which I've made this mistake before, because How to Train Your Dragon is 99%. So if it would be hard to be able to bid for both of you to bid on 99. You guys, this is shameful. This is fucking shameful.
What's the
what it
final
is.
score? I don't need. Do I get 2?
No, you got
2
more
for
than that.
you. No, you got 2, and Montego had 4.
Bullshit. That's all right.
It's all right, Ken.
That's all right.
It's all right, man. I play this game all the time.
We should have done. Yeah, it's true. You do really get better at the game the longer you play.
Yeah, it is a skill.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm listening. I usually listen, and I Anyway, congratulations, sir. I will be the, the
Ken,
quintessential
you
loser.
can't appease him. You can't.
I
you
have
think,
to.
I know. No, I agree. I think that's a kind, gentlemanly way to behave. You think that's gonna stop him, but he's a monster.
No, you
Look at
wait. You just have to wait for the comeback.
Yeah.
That's
All right. So that's it, man.
I'm sorry. You're
We,
such a poor winner.
Yeah. So that's the game, man. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back with Thor, Love and Thunder. We'll be right back. All right, man, it's time for the main topic, man. If you are super fans like us and you went to the movies and you checked out Thor Love and Thunder, man, that's number 3 and 4 in the Thor franchise, man, which is kind of unusual for Marvel movies, right? I think it's the first one that's went to 4 movies because the shit's been great, man. So if they could retcon the first 2 movies and not have them included and just start with Ragnarok, I bet you Marvel would do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, those who didn't exist. This is all we care about. Although the Loki story had a lot of arcs in the first 2 Thor movies. So, man, Thor Ragnarok, man. What's the oh Jesus, let me get to my stuff here. Oh, so this is an action adventure comedy. Thor enlists the help of Valkyrie, Korg, and his ex-girlfriend Jane Fonda to fight the god Butcher, who intends to make the gods extinct. So this is directed by Taika Waititi, and it's PG-13, 1 hour 56 minutes. Who is in this damn movie, Tef?
All right. So it's Chris Hemsworth, obviously. We all knew that. Christian Bale, which maybe I knew, but I think forgot. Because when I saw him, I was like, huh, is that Christian Bale?
Yeah,
At first, I wasn't 100% sure. And I was like, oh, okay, it is. Tessa Thompson, obviously.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
Jamie Alexander.
Yes.
Taika Waititi.
And Taika was in the movie.
Russell Crowe.
Yes, he is.
Natalie Portman.
She is the second top biller.
That's it.
Oh, you ain't gonna mention Chris Pratt and Dave Bautista.
Oh, I kind of forgot that happened, right? It's Chris Pratt,
Bradley
big,
Cooper,
big gray baby.
Yeah.
Who's that big gray baby man? I always forget his name.
Korg?
Korg, yeah.
No. The Drax or whatever. What's his real name?
Oh,
Dave Bautista.
Yes. Okay, I could not remember Dave Bautista's name.
Yeah. And Vin Diesel is the voice of Groot. So
I am so sorry that I did not mention the people who are not in this movie for very long. Everybody.
Sean Gunn is in this movie, man.
At some point,
Karen Gillian is in this movie.
At some point, there's going to be a movie. Well, like the Avengers. The Infinity Stone one was horrible because there was just everybody was in.
Yeah,
it.
100%. I'll tell you who wasn't in this movie, and that's Zoe Saldana, which was noticeably absent being with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's an interesting thing because they got a movie coming out.
I thought I missed something in all of the Disney content. I was like, did I miss a plot line?
Yeah, right.
Which is so important. I was like, I just accepted it. At that point, I was like, all right.
Yeah, she's not in it. See you later. Let's go. So, man, before we go any further, we always do one. Oh, that was
Check
kind of
that
dope.
out.
That was kind of dope. I like that mistake.
Fucking punch the mic.
That sounded pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Holy shit.
So
I'm sorry.
we're gonna go with our guess. One word.
My word is simple. That's not the word. I'm sorry, but it's fun.
Fun. Okay. Tiffobot, what you got for Thor Ragnarok?
This was a really hard one word for me. I think that it's fine.
Damn it.
I know.
So, my one word was exciting, man.
Okay.
I was excited from the beginning to the end to the all the way through. So, I had a great time with this, and it gave me every goddamn thing I wanted.
It was a real up and down experience for me. I feel like sometimes I was like, man, I'm really into this part. And then it would be like, then that other thing, I'm like, I guess I'm not that into that.
Okay.
That makes sense. I don't know.
Got you.
Yeah. Uneven. Maybe that's my word. Uneven.
Uneven.
Experience wise.
Okay. Experience wise. So, man, funny. That's interesting. I think I know what you're talking about. So let's hit those spoilers and let's get into it, man. So, I wasn't late to this movie, Tiffobot.
Me either. I was on time, everybody.
I was on time for this one.
I made it there. And I had to sit in the seat for like 10 minutes before the preview started.
And me
I was
too.
pissed.
Look, we are the worst. Like, we're like we haven't even get to movies on time and shit lately. And we're doing a movie review podcast.
Okay, everybody, put a pin in it. I have been late to one movie.
Okay, my ass.
Montego is frequently late to movies. He just hasn't talked about it much.
Yeah.
Follow up to that is that I don't want to miss the previews, and Montego does.
I do. It's a fine line. I've seen all the damn previews. I don't need to sit there and then watch your goddamn commercials. Anyway, so the movie starts, man. It's a weird thing. So, following the Avengers movies, Thor went off to be with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're on this planet, and they're being the Guardians of the Galaxy that's in the comic books. They just go walk the universe and help out people. So there's some religious people whose temple was taken over by some other race, and they're losing in a battle. The Guardians of the Galaxy, they're fighting like soldiers, and we're as Thor. And so I love the scene when they go find Thor and he's in this robe and shit, and he comes out to fight. Ken, how are you liking this dynamic starting out?
Yeah, I like it because at that point, I mean, when he rips the robe off, I think he has on a vest and some 80s gear, and then the music. It was a Guns N' Roses. Or
before that, I should have said that they did a montage of him losing the fat suit. And stuff.
Right. So he's gotten himself back in shape and everything like that. But it's just quintessential.
I kind of like Fat Thor better, but just go ahead.
Yeah, but it's just quintessential, Chris Hemsworth as well as Taiki Waititi. Yeah, I mean, just making it kind of comical. Dealing with serious, situation, of course, but Thor being jovial and everything, just popping in there and just doing this thing, and the Guardians in the Galaxy in the background, like looking like, this fool, because they're used to it, obviously. So, like I said, just funny stuff.
So, Tip, if you remember, I hated the voice of Korg in the beginning when it first came out. It had to grow on me. Yeah. And now they have Korg narrating the whole thing. And personally, the voice grew on me to the point now I would be like, who the hell is that if somebody else did the voice of Korg?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, how did you like the narration and, them telling the story?
Yeah, I didn't dislike that. Well, I think that doesn't this movie open with the story of
with the montage and the God.
Well, no, I mean, even before that, isn't there the God killer?
Hey, Tim.
Yeah,
right. Straighten us up.
Sorry, it's just important. But his daughter dies. He goes to see the gods. The gods are like, we don't fucking care about anybody. And so they think that gods are corrupted.
Something? There was a very, very powerful scene, man. especially when he decides that he's gonna, because he touched the sword, and he was like, he got the power. He didn't realize he had the power. And the god was such a piece of shit.
Yeah, he was.
And it was like that in the comic book. It was exactly the same in the comic book. And then he decides that, the hell with. He didn't even decide. He just reacted and he protected himself. And this dude's head came off, and it was like, you're the God killer. Yeah, very important. Let me say this about this, and I'll let you talk. Christian Bale impressed the shit out of me in this movie with his acting. How did you feel about that?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Um, I I feel like there was a choice, obviously, that he was making that I'm not sure. I kind of wonder if maybe I should watch this movie again because I just don't know if I wasn't in the right. Because I do feel like when you watch this, it's definitely a choice, right? Like this, whatever is happening is really intentional. So like when it seems really hammy to me, which it did a lot of times, I felt like it was intentionally hammy.
Okay.
Because that's kind of like what Taika Waititi does, like a lot of like kind of hammy, goofy stuff.
But the God Butcher scenes were
No.
they were heavy, you know.
But I think there's just like a lot of facial expressions and like
Exactly.
the makeup, and that makes it look kind of like a little funhouse mirrory, even when the violent stuff is happening.
Okay.
So
know,
I'm not. It's not a problem.
I was a little confused too. I mean, we'll get into it because I thought the daughter had died, but
She did.
She did.
okay, but yeah, we'll get into it when we get further.
Yeah,
in the
she
movie.
did.
Yeah,
And that was
okay.
his thing.
Right.
And, you know, that he hated the gods. And
Right.
if those were my gods, I would hate them too. Because,
Yeah.
damn.
Right.
But I
Right.
do think that this movie doesn't really explore very much the idea that Thor is also kind of a. I mean, maybe they hinted at it a little bit, and maybe this didn't go hard enough for me. But like, there's like the opening scene when he's wearing the vest and he's whatever. I found myself with just maybe a really weird reaction to this movie, watching it and going like, well, you're just a stranger on this planet, so how do you decide that those people are the bad people and these people are the good people? Just that, you know what I mean? Like, there's been, not to always talk about Star Trek, but there's been Star Trek episodes where like they think that they're helping
Yeah.
like the quote unquote good guys, and then it turns out that they're not. Do you know what I mean? Because like,
Well,
it's not
because we
perception.
assume that the Guardians of the Galaxy has chosen a side in this thing, and their whole mission is like to help people in different things. I didn't struggle with that at all. And then he unleashes all the badassery, you know.
Badassery.
Of-
I did enjoy the light. The best part of this movie is his attack style with like the lightning that branches out.
yeah.
I want you to like later on. I'll tell you, but my favorite scene in the movie might be surprising to you.
Okay. So he beats up all these creatures and, you know, explode them. But it was, I knew it was going to happen, but I still laughed out loud when the damn temple just turned into glass and just fell down and stuff. Because, you know, I don't know, he's so lovable, and like being the village idiot, you know, with strength. And, you know, he still didn't even see it. You know, he's just like, yeah, we helped y'all out. So,
Yeah, he's
right.
very blissful.
Yeah.
big time. So, you know, he splits up from the Guardians of the Galaxy because he's sad. Because
Okay, now that's the thing that did make me laugh, even though I knew it was going to happen.
Okay.
Was every time I saw it in the preview, I kind of had a private chuckle. Was when he's like, "You look into the eyes of the people you love."
oh, and he's sitting there, he going
His
over.
his head is drifting into the
Look,
sea.
that shit was hilarious. I saw it in the trailer, and it was
Right,
funny in the
I
theater.
still enjoyed it. It was one of those trailer moments I was like, I can't wait for that part, rather
Yeah,
than like
that
you know,
was hilarious. That was still funny in real time. And but I guess he was on everybody's nerves, right, Ken? He
That
was
sounds look
he
like
probably
it.
would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because it carried over from Endgame. You know, just how him and you know, Star-Lord.
he said he was going to give him his ship.
Right. I mean, it just carried over. And so, you know, I'm assuming when they zoomed off, you know, that's probably going to be, you know, close to the beginning of the next Guardians of the Galaxy.
If they're
movie.
smart, it would be 1 second after that.
Yeah.
I like when
Yeah.
movies do that.
Yeah.
And don't, you know, 6 years later, we're still, you know, no, you got a beginning of a story. Just
Right.
lead it from there.
Yeah.
And so he takes off and he's going to save Lady Sif, who for the first time in Thor history, she actually looked like the Lady Sif in the comic books with the crown and the long, you know, robes and stuff like that. That's how she looks. He goes and finds her, and she has an arm missing. Thought it was hilarious when she was like, "Leave me here," and he was like, "Well, you ain't going to Valhalla. You didn't die in battle technically." And she like, "Get me out of here! Get me out of here!" I thought that was cool, man. It made me laugh out loud. So she tells him about, you know, the butcher and whatnot, and he goes back to Earth, you know, and you got Tessa Thompson. It's kind of similar to the Thor story that was in the comic book when Asgard was on, you know, the planet on Earth, but it was actually still hovering over Oklahoma in the comic book. But here they're in that place, and she's she's doing presidential things and stuff like that. But this is all just a cut to the chase that the Butcher comes there. And I thought his shadow power with the creepy crawlers was dope. I don't know, Tiff, how'd you feel about that?
Yeah, I think the movie has like a lot of like a lot going for it. So, and I know that you want to talk about that, but I'm really excited about Lady Thor.
No, that's the scene when she comes in.
I know. She's really cool, you guys. Part of me just wants to see a movie about her. I mean, I know like I would have liked it if it was just, I mean, not that I would have hated a Thor movie. I'm just saying like I think her powers are cool.
Let me ask you this, Tiff.
Cool. Yeah.
You think the Marvel fans will forgive their hate of Natalie Portman for her performance in Thor: Love and Thunder? Because they, for some reason, she's like the most hated person in Marvel, and who did nothing to the fans. They just didn't like her. They say she's dry. She's, she added nothing to the first two movies, and then she's in this. What did you think?
I think that they do a good job in this movie of being like, they're different but similar. That's why they like each other, and kind of like the stuff. I think it's kind of like kind of spoon feeding the acceptance back to people when they're like, she doesn't really understand the joke, right? She wants to have a catchphrase, but she's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I think that was.
She rips out that kid's paper, right, and made the thing. And even though that's kind of funny and cool or whatever, it's still kind of like weird. And so I feel like it's like a way of being like, oh, she's still different, but that's cool, right?
Yeah. I tell you what. So they have this like section, Ken, where she's dying of cancer, which was exactly like the comic books, and she becomes worthy of the hammer, but the hammer wasn't split like it was in the movie, and she gets it and it goes back. She's Thor. She shows up. She throws the hammer. It splits and comes back. I thought that was the coolest shit in the world. How'd you feel about this?
Oh yeah, I love that part. No, I've loved that part. I did not read the Lady Thor or Mighty Thor series with her.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I realized that was a whole movie thing that she was like, it's the Mighty Thor.
Yeah,
I read. Well, we were reviewing it on a show at that time. Yeah.
I mean, I remember hearing about it, but I didn't know the full story. So I mean, it was cool to see that kind of acted out. And just respecting the fact that that she was worthy of carrying the Thor. I mean, carrying the hammer and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So no, that was pretty. That was cool. To see it splitting up and everything like that. That's pretty cool.
Let's talk about something that could have been really dumb, but to me turned out really good. I love the jealous hammers, man.
Stormbreaker.
Yeah. You know what's really weird about that is I didn't. Yeah, it's so acceptable to me that I didn't even clock it. I was just like, oh yeah, that's the thing that's happening.
The way they filmed it, like the hammer would just come into the scene like really slow. When he was like talking about, a millionaire.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, they just.
And it just come floating in. That shit was hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
That's Tycho for you, man. That's holy God. It was so funny, man. And then Hammer would turn his back on him and shit. He had to pour beer on the Hammer.
I love you too. I love you too. You know that.
It was pretty epic and stuff. I mean, subtle stuff like that. That's the genius. Can you believe he wasn't even a director? He was an artiste that was just given a damn director job one day. Just wow.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's good.
Right. So they decide they need to go, save the gods are being slaughtered, and they're gonna go to,
Omnipotent Citia.
Yeah, which
Omnipotent Citia.
Omnipotent Citia was Olympia, play on words and stuff, to go talk to Zeus. And we all knew Zeus was gonna be an asshole, man. And I don't know how I feel about Russell Crowe's performance, because he sounded like he was trying to do a shitty Russian accent.
No, he's Italian, right?
I thought he was trying to do a Russian accent. I didn't know what the hell that was.
No, when I heard it, I was like, why is he doing an Italian accent?
I said, why is he doing a Russian accent?
Or is it Greek? I don't know. I guess you're right. I'm not sure what's happening.
I think they said that they filmed him doing two different accents because they couldn't figure out which one. It was
shitty, as what I thought it was. It just didn't. It didn't.
But I did kind of enjoy those scenes. I thought they were funny-ish.
Well, he didn't take himself too seriously, and
which I was worried about when I saw him. I was like,
it's gonna be all stoic and shit.
How is he gonna do this? Because he hates being. I thought he hated being made fun of.
Who? Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But I like all the different gods in the room. I thought that was very clever how they had, all kind of shit all over the cosmos of the different gods, and they went in trying to be other gods. If they're gods, if you're Asgardians, why not just go in as Asgardians? But you got to have an invitation, and all Zeus cared about was the orgy, right? And I didn't think that they were gonna have an actual fight. That fight in that room ended up being dope as hell, and they have big fight moments, and you're like, oh, it's a fight moment. But none of these fights felt like, oh, it's a fight moment. It was like, it moved the story, which a lot of these goddamn, action movies can't do. I don't know, Ken. I don't know how do you feel about that?
No, I think it was good. I mean, and I think that, for the director, especially with this movie, as well as, Thor, Ragnarok, they've done a good job. Taiki has done a good job of, blending the story, making the fights and those different types of scenes kind of, relevant. So, to your point, I mean, yeah, it was great. I mean, just seeing the different things. I mean, the stuff makes sense. It just doesn't seem like it's just dropped in, just for the, the hell of it and stuff. So, no, it was cool.
Ooh, Tiff, who really impressed me, and I thought it was going to be bad, was when they took the children. And Heimdall's son was there.
That was cool.
Yeah. I was impressed with the boy. I was like, I thought he was going to be annoying, especially when he told Thor to go away and stuff. I was like, oh, they about to make him the annoying, 11, 12-year-old, but they didn't. And, he was like kind of like teaching him how to use his own power because, of his relationship with Heimdall. I thought it was a good thing to bring the call back Heimdall to this.
Yeah.
Because
they did a lot more power stuff with like the hammer than I had seen a lot. They really made use of it in different ways. I mean, they did these things in other movies, but that like consistently, like it can do this, it can do this, it can do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even the way he bewitched Mjolnir by just saying "protect her always,"
Right? Yeah, like, he has a lot more power.
Shit. Yeah, he's like getting to be like Odin. As you can, his powers are stepping up a lot. So he kills Zeus. So we think. He takes the thing, and they have this plan to go back and kill the God Butcher because his plan is to use the Stormbreaker to open up this wall to go to this thing that he can get his wish or something like that.
Eternity is in the center, right. And whatever mortal being or God or whatever thing speaks to eternity first or whatever will have their one true desire granted or whatever, or their wish granted, but only one person and only once.
Oh, I'm glad you cleared that up because I was like, well, wow, at the end, just skipping ahead, I was like, why won't you just go up and say so and so and so and so?
Nope.
Yeah. So, a lot of like stuff and things happen, and the Jane is dying. She turns back, and I thought those were really good scenes too, where if she turns back, she's gonna die. I was like, look at this thing, got the nerve to have some more heart in it. I don't know if it felt cheesy to people, but for me, I thought it was great. And then he has to go, stop this person because he's the mighty Thor. He normally operates by himself, and because he took his hammer when they were like trying to like ambush him, and so he's going back. So I think he uses Zeus's.
Yes. Now here's the thing.
Yes.
My favorite scene in the movie right here.
Okay.
Which is funny because normally I'm not into that kind of stuff.
Oh, the kids.
Like little kids annoy me sometimes in movies because just kids generally aren't good actors. This was great. So funny and so fun. And like honestly, like okay, I felt like lukewarm maybe a little bit on this movie for some reasons, whatever. But like I gotta be honest, when he's standing over those kids with a lightning bolt and he's like, today.
Temporary.
I give you temporarily the power of Thor. I was like, yeah.
And the little girl had she had a little
bunny.
The bunny, and the bunny's eyes was like.
And the bunny was like the most powerful weapon, which was like, obviously. Really great, but
that was great. I don't know about you, Cam, but that was to me the best scene to see all those innocent kids.
Yeah, and and it was cool to see all the lightning and stuff. That was cool.
Yeah, because they were all scared. They were all terrified, and he. Gave them the confidence. He gave them the confidence of letting them know that they have the power of Thor. So to get out there and help
because they was gonna be some dead ducks without that shit.
Yeah. So no, that was cool. No, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. So they do their thing, and then we have this scene where Thor is fighting the Butcher. It's a good fight, didn't get old, and then they go into the other realm. Eternity looked just like it did in the comic book.
Yep.
And he convinces him, Jane, and then Jane, you dying, and you talking about we'll take care of the girl. Like, wait a minute.
I don't know if she meant well. I think when she was looking at him, she knew it was going to be just him.
I thought it was going to be both of them. I thought I thought she was coming out of this.
I didn't think so.
Really, and when she died, I was pretty surprised. And then he had this little girl, and luckily she's like a normal kid. I mean,
Yeah.
she wasn't like some like I hate you, but you killed my daddy. Because those next scenes where Thor was being Daddy Thor, I thought they were precious as hell, man.
So here's my
Part of the
question.
movie.
Here's my question, and maybe I missed it. How did she come back to life?
The father wished it. He used his wish to do that. Instead of his wish was going to be to kill the gods.
Right.
But he used it to bring his daughter back. And he died because he was dying because the sword was killing him.
The sword curses you, yeah.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Jane
It all worked
died.
out very kind of like in this situation. I think there's like some kind of like neat box ticking situations that kind of feel like it, but also it works really well. It's kind of more like a well-oiled machine in this case, where like you have this god, and it would make sense that there would be some kind of god that you would send your most worthy person to make the one wish to make the world whatever it should be, right? And in this case, it was corrupted because it's somebody got there that didn't want to do a good thing, whatever.
Yeah.
But that kind of mythos would work. He dies because he's cursed, and if Thor had killed him, there's just no way that he could have raised the daughter. So it's like it kind of all just like clicks into place. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so Thor has a kid now.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised when he gave her the big ass axe. He had Mjolnir, and they took off like her day at school was him and her fighting together. So I said, that's so interesting. Are you guys going to take that further? Because, of course, in Marvel mythos, old man Thor, all father Thor has 3 daughters, no sons, but 3 daughters. And, way in the future and stuff like that. So I'm like, this must be daughter number 1 because she had her little fluffy stuff on. She took Mjolnir and put her little chalk on the outside of him and stuff.
Funny.
And I thought it was cool, man. I was like, very, very cool. Very Taika Waititi-ish. And, like, people who I went to the movie with was like, it was kind of slow in the beginning. I was like, I didn't think so. I thought the pacing was perfect. But, I loved the movie. I was excited through the whole thing. So that's my take. Ken?
No, yeah, like I said, I thought it was fun. I mean, Ragnarok set everything up.
You're good.
Yeah, Ragnarok.
You're good.
Yeah, Ragnarok set everything up very well in terms of understanding the style and everything like that. So
we're having difficulties, but you're fine.
yeah. Hold on.
They
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay. All right. So no, I was good with it. I was good with the especially the mid credit scene as the movie was ending. Introducing.
They brought Roy Kent to be Hercules.
Yes. Yeah, Roy Kent. I mean, perfect. I don't know if you guys if anybody's watched Ted Lasso.
Yeah, that's
but
one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, but as soon as I saw that, I was, wasn't quite excited when I saw Thanos for the first time. But just seeing Roy Kent there, knowing what he can bring.
I just don't know what he's gonna do though, Ken, because Chris Hemsworth has kind of stolen Hercules' personality in the comic book and turned it into Thor, because that's actually how Hercules has always been like. He's been like
the
Thor.
jovial, yeah, right.
So you can't do the same thing.
Well, I mean, they might do both of them. I mean, because they kind of frenemies or whatever, and then they became.
They are.
Yeah.
100%.
So they might play off each other pretty well. Boasting about their strength and their powers and different things like that. So yeah.
So Tiff, out the door.
I didn't like hate it. I just felt like it's maybe one wasn't more for me, and I thought I felt a little uneven, but I didn't have I wasn't miserable. I did run out the door as soon as credits started rolling, so I didn't see a mid scene.
Yeah, it wasn't deep into it. It was quick, and
I was like,
it was another scene that I left, and my kids were in the car looking it up on the internet, and it was irrelevant. It was
it was Jane in Valhalla. She
Himmendale was there.
Himmendale, and everything like that. It wasn't.
Oh, like a nice little comforting thing.
Yeah, it wasn't really big in my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So that's it, man. That's all, man. We came to do the damn thing and we got it done, man. Thor Ragnarok and
Love and Thunder.
Ragnarok. Love and Thunder. Right. So many of these goddamn movies now.
There are a lot of them. They'll have like a weird subtitle.
Right. Thor. Let's just say that. So until
Thor 4.
Yeah. So next week, man, I think we're doing Umbrella Academy.
Yes, Umbrella Academy.
Yeah. So tune in for that, man. I'm the host of Fans of Patrol. My name is Montego. With me is my special guest, Big Pen Ken.
All right, people. Thank you. Hopefully, it won't be too long of a time period before I appear again, but I'm glad to be here today.
And the most sensitive one, Miss Tifflebot. Say goodbye to these people. Tiff.
It's been a pleasure as always. Thank you for being here, Ken.
Thank you.
Indeed. And until next week, man, we will be on patrol.